Listen to that. That's the sound of a synth that thrives in pure chaos. Hey, my name is Lo, and this is the Audrey II from Synths Academy. This reminds me of back in the days when I was playing in noise bands and I would ram my guitar in the amp and move the guitar around to have different overtones, feedback, and get all these great and amazing frequencies going. It's packed in this synth and it's so amazing. Let's go over all the knobs. What are they doing and how is it laid out? We got these three knobs that are basically the oscillator and the feedback path. Then we have a reverb with a wet-dry knob and a decay knob and a high-pass and a low-pass filter. The reverb and the filter is part of the same feedback circuit. This makes that all of these change the sound at all times. There is so many possibilities with this synth. It's noisy, it's messy, and it's quite amazing. Listen to those overtones. So the Audrey II is based on Karplus-Strong synthesis. How does this work? Karplus-Strong synthesis normally works with a sound burst that runs into a resonator and a reverb, and it feeds back into itself. You strike the sound with giving it a very short and small sound burst, and then the resonator would actually work like an acoustic instrument. It is used a lot to make really realistic sounds of pianos and string instruments. It is normally a very beautiful form of synthesis, but Synths Academy took it to a whole other level. There is no strike here, it's just this feedback knob that slowly, if you turn it up, it will slowly start feeding back in itself and slowly making sounds. And you can change the frequencies. And because it's feeding back, it doesn't right away react. It slowly moves from place to place. If we give it a bit of reverb. You can get these beautiful, beautiful sounds out of it. You can change the pitch by either changing the frequency or how much to let through with the filters you have on hand. Let's just throw everything low and let's see if you can get some really low, interesting rumbles. I'll tell you, this is going to end up on a bunch of horror films that I'm going to be working on in the future. This is so cool. So you can get from these like beautiful and ethereal sounds to brutal. Listen to that. What? What I really love is the way that Syntrix designed this synth. It has no CV in, it has no MIDI in, so there's no way to play it with a keyboard or a sequencer. The only way to play it is to just play with these knobs. And this really makes you feel connected to the instrument and play with it. And because the layout is so weird and different, there's really moments that I want to know what's going on under the hood, but not knowing makes this synth so amazing. The way it's set up really reminds me of the Strega from Make Noise, a project that they did together with Alexandro Cortini. That synth has the same as this synth, that a lot of these knobs in the circuit are feeding back into other places, so it doesn't matter what knob you're changing, you're actually changing parameters over the whole thing constantly. So you never really know what you're gonna get out of it. Because of that, you have to play with the sounds that it gives back to you. That just makes me super enthusiastic about exploring a new instrument and just finding out the sounds that are in there. I can't wait to start playing this to picture and really build a soundscape out of it. For example, if I take the decay of the reverb down, this is the sound that we're getting. It's also amazing, by the way. I would definitely use that. But as soon as we give it more decay, it starts feeding into itself and the sound really changes. I really like not being constrained to a 12-tone scale. You can't even if you want to. This is quite amazing. Oh, here, I wasn't touching it and it slowly starts building up. If I give it more highs, listen. That is freaking amazing. Let's give it some lows and see if you can get some real cool whale sounds out of this. Yeah. So this whole system, the oscillator, the reverb, the two filters, the frequency and body, whatever that is, all runs as one oscillator. And then behind that, the guys at Syntrix built a tape delay emulation, which sounds actually really good. Here, let's take the reverb off and let's just... It's a really nice delay, and I wish that there was an input so I can play with the delay by itself, but that is one of these amazing design choices that they did. You do not have that choice. So it's a contained box and all the sound is in here. That's what makes it so great. And like, we have this little 2 exclamation marks, which just freaks out the delay. Yeah, that is so much fun. If you love these sounds, I've built a couple of samplers so you can play these at home as well. I'll show you them later and where to find a download link. But first, let's just throw a beat onto this thing. Damn, this thing is cool. Okay, I'll show you a couple of the samplers that I made. I love how they're constantly evolving and changing the sound over time. It's If you like the sounds of these, I'll have a download link in the description so you can try them as well. Go check out Syntrix Academy, and if you know of any other weird boutique synths, please let me know about it, because I'm always looking for interesting ones, and I'll catch you next time.